Hi there, everyone. Thanks for joining us on our digital platform. So we are going to take a look at radar. We're going to talk about this rain that we're expecting the remainder of the day. And we're also going to talk about some of the severe threats that are currently in the area. So I'm going to go ahead and talk you through what's going on right now. This is a wide view of our radar. We are looking at moderate to heavy rainfall across the area, and any warnings that are in place are actually taking place south of the Metroplex. I'm going to take you in, though, across Dallas-Fort Worth because we do have a couple of trouble spots. Areas in northern Dallas County seeing some moderate to heavy rainfall. So if you're in DFW, Airport, Carrollton, we're seeing some of those issues. Just to the north of Garland, and that extends into Plano, areas of Wiley, areas of eastern Collin County, and into Hunt County. So we'll be watching this. The good news with that is that it's just rain. We're not looking at any strong or severe thunderstorms in that particular region. I'm going to take you to the south, though, because that's where we have some flash flood warnings in place. Erath, Hood County included in that until 2:15. This was all because of a cluster of thunderstorms that ended up producing anywhere between 1 to 2 inches of rainfall in a very short period of time, and that cluster eventually went off towards the southeast, and it actually prompted this other flash flood warning that is in place for Johnson and Somerville counties until 1:15. So that does include areas of Cleburne, it does include Glen Rose down towards Meridian, and it does look like right now there is additional heavy rain in the area, even some lightning just south of 67 there, south of Cleburne. So if you're in those areas, just be on the lookout. If you come across any flooded roadways, do not attempt to cross them, and of course stay away from those rising rivers and creeks in the region. Oh, so what we also have, let me go back here. There we go. We also have that line of thunderstorms. So this line right here is actually what prompted those flash flood warnings, but newly issued severe thunderstorm warning now heading towards Mexia. And right now it does look like it is producing some quarter-size hail, maybe some 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts right ahead of this line there. And that'll continue to progress towards the east, and that's moving at about 40 to 45 miles per hour towards the east. So we'll be watching that, and that is one of those severe thunderstorm warnings that's in place. This is another severe thunderstorm warning. It does include Hamilton, Lampasas, and Mills County, but Hamilton County is our viewing area. That's in place until 12:30. Look at that, a lot of lightning within the storm. So if you're familiar with this area, there's 183 there. And just towards the southwest is where we're seeing all of that hail. This is just north of Richland Springs. Again, this is well to the southwest of DFW, but of course also watching just in case anyone watching from that region is currently joining us. And I am looking at our YouTube page. So if you have any questions, any comments, make sure to drop them in the live chat. I'm checking them right now. So if you do have any of those questions, I can check them in real time. Someone asked, tornado? No, there are no active tornado warnings. There are no tornado watches in place either. Okay, let's see. Let's see what's going to happen in Prosper. So in Prosper, we are just going to be dealing with the rainfall. At times, you'll probably hear the really loud thunder, but that's really about it. We're keeping rain in the forecast throughout the remainder of the day. So for those of you asking out of Prosper, let's see. It's been horrible in Tarrant County since this morning. Any relief in sight? Terry, unfortunately, it does look like we'll continue to see some rain in Tarrant County. And I know my parents live in Arlington, and they were messaging me too, also just raining very heavy. So for the area, at least in Arlington, not dealing with any severe storms, but definitely some heavy rainfall could be leading to some flooding. And you know those areas in Tarrant County where we do have some low-lying areas that flood easily. So just be careful with that. Okay, getting questions about hail. So any hail reports that I've seen so far in and around DFW have really just been in southern Tarrant County, pea-sized hail, and that happened around 10 this morning. Other than that, I've only seen reports of heavy rainfall and quite a bit of lightning, of course, very loud thunder. So any hail threat looks to be staying really well towards the south, including with this storm. This is to the southwest of DFW. Okay, I'm going to take you through the timeline here for strong storms and maybe even some heavy rainfall. So this is going to really continue for areas south of Interstate 20. Let me take you through 1 in the afternoon here. Notice how a lot of the heavy rain still to the south of Interstate 20, and you can see that really bright color there just south of Brownwood. That's where the current severe thunderstorm warning is in place. That looks like it heads into central Texas, so we won't need to be worried about that. For North Texas, a lot of our southern counties, or at least surrounding counties, neighboring counties, could very well see some of that strong activity. But for us, we're just looking at moderate to heavy rainfall. I'm taking you through the afternoon now. This is around 5, and you see how that heavy rain has really shifted towards the southeast at that point. And that'll continue throughout the evening. This is now showing you 7. You can see that heavy rain still towards the southeast, and by then we'll start to see some break. I know some of you were asking about a break. What about Kaufman County? Kaufman County, just looking at moderate to heavy rainfall as well. Areas of minor flooding. I'm not expecting a severe threat for you. This is now showing you around 9 p.m. on your Thursday. You see another cluster of storms closer to the big country. That's areas near Abilene. We'll see those storms eventually progress towards the east a little more there. This is now around midnight, and you see a lot of that activity again south of Interstate 20. Several rounds of this rain, meaning the flood threat is highest south of Interstate 20. Around 7 a.m. on your Friday, it looks like a lot of this starts to really clear out, but rain doesn't completely go away on Friday. There's a look at our flood watch. So anywhere as far north as Wise, Denton, Collin County. We do have Kaufman County. I know you were asking about that, is included in that flood watch. Dallas, Tarrant County, as well as Palo Pinto, Parker County, all included in this flood watch, and areas to the south. This is because since rain started this morning all the way until 7 a.m. on Friday, we could accumulate anywhere between 2 to 3 inches of rain. Isolated higher amounts, especially if you're south of Interstate 20, that's where we could even see closer to 3 inches of rain. And here's our rainfall forecast. For Dallas, Tarrant County, I'm thinking closer to 1 inch. But if you are to the west, closer to 2 inches of rain. And if you are towards the south, 2 to 3 inches of rain. So I'm talking areas of Hill County towards the south and even more towards the southeast. If you're maybe in Houston's direction, isolated amounts of 4 inches of rain or higher. Let's see. Steve wants to know if we're expecting the same type of storms tomorrow. Tomorrow, it's going to be a very isolated storm threat, so no need to worry about that, and the flood threat goes down significantly. We've also seen a reduction in our severe weather potential. Marginal risk does exist for DFW, but it increases the more south you go. That's where there's a severe thunderstorm watch in place. North Texas not included in this, so there's some good news there. Our 14-day forecast showing this rain continuing today, tonight, and really thinning out tomorrow, only about 30% coverage. And then we'll see that sunshine and warmer weather as we head into this weekend with highs in the 90s. Right, everyone, we are going to do a live update for you on WFAA. That's at 12:26. But as always, you can stay tuned to our social media pages for any updates. And of course, if any of these storms do become severe, you can find any of that information on our social media pages and on WFAA.com as well. Have a good one.